Hi, I'm Jack, and this is a review of every movie I watched in 2018. Really good, maybe a little too dark for its own tone, but one of my favorites from Wes Anderson. I have never seen a movie blend genres and forms like this, and the real-life story is really interesting, but it's still a little boring. An angry movie that was not worth the controversy, but not bad either. I would have never seen this movie without MoviePass, so RIP, but it was an awesome showcase for James Franco, and not a bad movie either. I would recommend this movie if Casey Affleck wandering around under a bedsheet contemplating chronology and the infinite sounds like your thing. One of the scariest movies I've ever seen without a single jump scare, also really emotionally impactful, great movie. Very heady, but so brilliant. The first movie that made me cry in a while. I can't believe Ryan Coogler started here, bravo. Hey, I'm all for pop cultural willingness to associate blackness with greatness, but this was a really interesting movie about ethno-nationalism and culture and politics that was wrapped in a very bland CG superhero movie. I'm sorry I didn't think it was the best. This was such an easy home run that it didn't even feel like satisfying that it was a home run, but still a home run. Wow, this movie is tough to watch because it is so racist, but it is incredibly made, and I can't imagine what it would have been like to watch it 100 years ago. Hey, this is one of my favorite indie movies in a long time. It was very weird and very unique, and I loved it. I watched this movie at home alone, and I clapped when it was over, so check it out. It's great. This is a French animated movie that is set in an orphanage, and it is raw and lovely, and I loved it. It's great. In hot contention for the worst movie I've ever seen. I hate this movie. I wanted to like this movie a lot more than I did, but man, Wes Anderson is cool. This is one of my favorite surprises from the whole year. There's some awesome performances, and it was a cool concept, and there's some iconic moments. I love this movie. This had muddled character arcs and indiscernible themes and questionable pacing, and I don't care at all because I did my homework for 10 years and I loved every second of it. You can tell from watching this movie that Damien Chazelle is a great director and that he can either make a cinema verite film really well or an old school movie musical, but he should stop trying to blend the two, so it wasn't my favorite, but he's great. This wasn't the best made documentary I've ever seen, but it helped me shed some ignorance, and I thought, so good. This movie doesn't have a story. It's not great. This is one of the best produced documentaries I've ever seen. It looks really nice, and it is super interesting, and you will have no idea if she is innocent or guilty when it's over, so that's fun. The first Incredibles set such a high bar for a sequel, and this movie does not come within miles of clearing it, but it's still fun, I guess. Really good performances, very unique, liked it a lot. Second weirdest ending I've ever seen. I'm now one of those people who always ask you, oh, have you seen the documentary whenever you talk about the Avett Brothers, because it's really good. Oof. Yeah, this is a good one. Maybe overrated, but it's still cool and cringy and really resonant. I liked it a lot. So Tony Robbins is an interesting guy. I wish this movie didn't just worship him for 2 hours. This is disturbing and exciting and important, and it could have only been made by a director who really knows what he's doing, and I loved it. Uh-oh, emotion. Hey, not only is this a German movie, but it's the most German movie of all of them. Beautiful, but sad, and oh, the long shot, the tracking one. I cried, I showed my whole family. It is beautiful, please watch it. Hey, I really appreciate this movie is new and it's relevant, but I can't help but feel like some issues might require more nuance than the YA genre might allow, but I'm all for movies to help me shed ignorance, so okay. Super personal, very good, one of my favorites from the year. I can't believe anyone ever thought of this movie as a comedy. It is so dark and sad and not great. Everything about this movie was solid. Nothing about it was exceptional. Hey, probably my favorite surprise of the whole year. Thank you, Jonah Hill. I watched this because it's my friend's favorite movie, and it was the most wholesome 90 minutes of my entire life. There's some really great on-screen talent here, but the observations don't go a lot deeper than, hey, social media is fake sometimes, right? Hey, this movie gave me hope that you can make a movie about the gospel that's not badly made. That's cool. This is important and hard to watch, and yeah, wow, loved it. Okay, interesting, but the most bizarre ending I've ever seen. Great, like really good performances. I hope Paul Dano makes more movies. The second most wholesome 90 minutes of my life. This is one of the best movies that I wish I had never watched. It is tough. The best animated movie this year, the best Spider-Man movie, one of the best superhero movies in years. I am not the same person that I was before I started watching this movie. It is fascinating. I have no idea what it is, and this movie did not help clarify that for me at all. Alright, see you next year. Bye.